desperate to know real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, they will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
All the ministers in the government they don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth. People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the fact surrounding those issues, there is no one forum that provides the answers. Face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Dawson Way, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The most analytical, the most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity. In a football game, we were playing a tournament defense today, and we got out of the tournament. Our focus now is not tournament again. You don't take part and get their opponent in a break, put a lead in a break, they come back to their team and they else and they put it back.
Face the issue, we speak out the facts in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue, brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. Face the issue.
Secure all finance of all road networks in the country. Major road network assigned on a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, they will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
All the ministers in the government they don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth. People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is no one forum that provides the answers. Face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Dawson Way, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity. In a football game, we were playing a tournament us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent in a break, put a lead in a break, then they come back to their team, and they else say that they put it back.
Face the issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue, brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. Face the issue comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on King's FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
And the government need to really invest the people that use that get the type of structure. Because even if you are just getting 1 million for the budget year, every year they give 1 million. You a lot of
If I was president of this country, I should God show you the wonder. The North here. We put your shoes for
yeah.
football development. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to yesterday because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for him? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He had me.
Connections there, you not get it. Yeah.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No administration, no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact. The standards got a trap of Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Liberia to where. and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking, what kind of way Boyka, what kind of thing? He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, Bagati thing, they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow. All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not to run with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving Ababa for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of Omer, then he wants to persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I asked many senators why you all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So signing the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move. Yeah.
When we were there, the Boyka, we used to go to him and even fee Boyka because of a title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor, I kept the peace. I've never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the matter was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we amid these difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
Thank you. So, again, Honorable Chairman,
Great.
I want to say thank you to you, Liberia, who came out today. I want to say thank you to our motorcyclists, to our tricyclists. We want to say thank you. Thank you that you stood with us. You defeated all of the lies. And let me say this to you, Mr. President. We promise that until you receive our petition, we will not present our petition to any criminal. We are aware that Richard 2 is a role, and we will not present our petition to him. To you, Mr. President, your people collected over 14 million from 4 million people. I never seen in my entire life. You promised to provide job for our motorcyclists. You took away the only means of livelihood. You beat them, you killed them. You have arrested over 10,000 motorcyclists.
Hands up to all of you, wherever you are, and listening to our broadcast at this time and age. We are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here together to do what we would normally do for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, people, we are certainly getting there. Remember that with God, all things are possible. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here tonight on this very day. And we are forever happy that we are who we are. And we are forever grateful to the Almighty God for his strength that he has placed in us to resist not just all evil, but any temptation. We have tried our best to resist it to the extent that we make temptation to be afraid of us, not to come even close to us. Because sometimes if you are not really prayerful, powerful with it, temptation will come close, but they have never come close. The only reason they will not come close because they know deep down that will never yield to them. And that's one thing for sure. We are very grateful for that. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel bad. Just keep hope alive and pray that God gives you long life. Prosperity may be challenged today, so I can't say long life and prosperity, but let God just give you long life. And with that long life, you will reclaim prosperity. And that's what you need. You know, in the Bible, the story about Job, right? Yeah. Everything stayed away from Job, and the only thing God said to Satan is that I have taken away all prosperity. The only thing I will not give to you, Satan, to test my servant Job with is long life. I have given him long life, and that is what I hold on to it. But prosperity, let it go. And I can tell you for sure, Job will continue to be committed to me. And that challenge was posed in the absence of Job. Job knew nothing about it. So there was no reason for him to have wanted to prove anything because he had no idea that there was a challenge that was being posed out there. So that is it. There are people who will make challenge on behalf. You say when you go to that AB man, you're hitting your hip for nothing. Let's bet. I don't know about your betting, but obviously, if the person should come to me and say AB won't give you 150,000 for you to go support JB, and I say no, the betting your date, I know nothing about it. But it just when people have integrity and people know what they stand for, they got no other exterior or ulterior reasons for which they will have to stand for those things. They just believe in it and they believe that it's just what they have to believe in. So that's why it is. So that's what happens. So prosperity may be challenged now. You people are struggling now, but you need life to live, to struggle, to get the prosperity. There are many poor people today who think that they will not make it in life. But you got to ask other rich people today whether they were not poor. They just needed life to make prosperity to come. So let us pray that God gives us strength and life and good health. Let's pray for that. If there's any prosperity you need now, then there's prosperity in health. That's the only thing you need to crave for now. Prosperity in health. You need rich health. That's what you really need to pray for. So we think we are very happy that we are here tonight. Yeah, we are happy that we are here tonight. You know, today is what? Oh, today is Friday. And this is where we are together. And we have Prince Sheriff who joins in, and we'll have also bro. And I'm trying to entertain Leo, one of our ardent listeners and firemen, who also would prefer to contribute as quota to the Friday's edition. And we are here together to do what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. Okay, so we're right here together tonight, and right here on this very time. We are here to do what we can for our country. Folks, things are happening in Liberia. How are you people doing? And I really like the fact that people like you are always there. You muster the courage and you are very strong. Nothing can move you. And that's one thing I like about you people. You are very strong people. And with God, all things are possible. And I really thank God Almighty that He's giving you all the strength by the day. And don't feel discouraged about anything. And whatever you will try to support it because you believe in it. And so I think we can work it up. And always we can. And we think we are forever grateful. So we have 29 minutes right here tonight. And here we are grateful to the Almighty God. Welcome to the program, Face the Issues. On the program, Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their stand in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain associated with tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. Now, sorry carries no indication that indeed we regret our actions. So we are very, very grateful. And that's life. Folks, let me just play a little fun before we can. Let me just play a little fun with you know the party people there before we can go anywhere with this stuff here tonight. Doris Smith, what's up? How's everything with you? Kennedy Jigba, how you doing? They said President Joseph Yuma Boaka appointed several other magistrates. Up to this date, I don't see any motion picture from Joseph Boaka yet though. All the thing we've been talking here, since Joseph Boaka left from here, we didn't see one video yet though. Since he left from here, he was the first to leave from here and saying he's going to America. I keep raising these things because they can't fool everybody. That's one thing for sure. They can't fool everybody. They can't fool everybody. Whether you like it or not, they can't fool everybody. We knew exactly what they are doing. You know, JMB just thinks that people like us, we are fools. No, we are not. He and his team, no, we are not. From day one, we knew that these things were going to happen, and they are happening. No. People may not understand a couple of issues of fronting our country, especially from where we are. And so we are grateful to them for not understanding us, but little by little they will get it, and they will be able to understand us.
Joseph Boakai should be able to, you should be able to tell her who Joseph Boakai meeting with. What are those meetings? Who are he meeting with? All the thing that you say he went ahead to go meet with people, blah, 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 here and there. Where is he? We almost reaching to the 20, today the 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23. Maybe he must speak on the 24th, because the 23rd is when the debate starting with the president of Brazil, America, and the rest of the other people following. So he might speak on the second day, which of course could be the 24th or the 25th. So we have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I know before the 26th, he must have spoken, or they must have exhausted all those things already. You got here 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, you can get each person. So you'll be hiding him. So you'll be hiding him, right? Yeah, you're hiding. No problem. You'll keep hiding him. And you'll think that you're doing anything sound for this country. Nothing sound he is doing. You'll keep hiding him. We are getting there. We are getting there. And we can show you something quickly. I soon get on Prince. You can see Unity Party people. You see what you did to yourself. You see what you did to yourself. And we'll keep reminding you so that it will pin you people. You can't compare CDC and Unity Party. You can't compare them. You get a group of people on the other side who are people who get love and get the country at heart. And you get another bunch of people who are on the other side who don't have the country at heart, but they are just used to exploiting people. And they are very mean. They are very terrible. So as a result, even the giving that CDC was doing, it was hurting them. And that's one thing they're not able to do. They are able to, follow suit CDC in some areas, such as CDC managing their resources they earned by building houses. That the only thing they're able to do because of personal issue. But that giving component of the CDC, that CDC used to give, they're not able to do it. Because of the area, they are very mean. Because their father, Joseph Boakai, is very mean. These people are not people who associate with people who don't even care about impacting the lives of people around them. That's just who they are. So as a result of that, you will feel it. That's why you saw the CDC lawmakers. They were always lawmakers, or they are lawmakers who believe in impacting the lives of people. Why? Because they learned it from their godfather. Why the Unity Party folks don't believe in anything in development or impacting the lives of people, but rather taking people off jobs, downsizing, right-sizing. Those are the words they use. So to the extent that even in the private sector, the business people, they are downsizing them. You know what they call downsize? For a business person to be going on with their business. And then they are doing their lay one or two. And then they get lay money from it. You take that business when you are downsizing them. So not in the public sector, they are used to downsizing. They have entered into the private sector and they are downsizing that as well. They are downsizing. Oh, you don't know what they call downsizing? For you to be up, you do your business, you can manage yourself, you can feed your children, you can send them to school. Then one Joseph Boakai policy comes and takes you off. And you have no job. You have no business to do. Your business is down. That means you are downsized. That is the point. You are downsized. You have taken off jobs. Because those are self-employment initiatives. The business people, the women that are down there, right? Yeah, they're self-employment. So when you take them off jobs, you are downsizing them. That's another form of downsizing. We get public sector downsizing, we get private sector downsizing. And those are the two kinds of downsizing that the Unity Party is noted for doing. That's what they are doing to our people now. So they are being downsized. Yeah, they are downsizing the people. If you can't empower the people, what is the essence? You are downsizing them. Then the little they have, you are taking it from them. You are not even empowering them to change them from where you met them to carry them up. But rather you met them to somewhere and you are taking them from there and bringing them below. That's downsizing. Those are some of the things. Now, see what they are used to doing. What they are used to doing. There is my own big brother, Senator Prince Moy. They go out into the community. While McGill then were providing scholarships, they will raise money here and there, go into Bond County, Magidi County, providing scholarships. McGill then were doing those things and using their position to impact the lives of people. Using their positions to impact the lives of people. While they were doing those things, the guys were like the country money will either is put them where they go see here there. Let Prince Moy there, that they are in a position they're using. So look at what Prince Moy is doing here. It's too shameful.
And these are some of the things we talk about all the time. But you see, you're in a country, you will learn it hard way. And that's one thing I will always tell you. I'm coming to show you something. This is how the Unity Party people can look at you people. This is how they value you people. Prince Moy goes out. Why am I getting were providing scholarships? Giving checks to people to go to school, to learn. To the extent that they were even providing copy books. Not copy book and pencil. No, copy books. This is what Prince Moy was doing. I don't know which part of the area is this. And he even to them say, y'all listen to him. These are the things that easy when we're talking today. Y'all listen to him. Tomorrow. You don't be like you, you very me. You see, he say, I want to be like me tomorrow. Be like you for one now to go to meeting people. You want to go meeting people, then they say you won't be like you. Who won't be like you? The people, if they want to be people, they want to be like John Weir, Maggie, they build tour with them, whatever it is, right? I come in. I don't want to let in China some kind of way. Say I want to be like me tomorrow to do what to go eat telling people you get a walk capable with. If you remember that before, they got it serious. You really love the buzz of it.
Yes. You want to be that success tomorrow? Yes. You want to be that me tomorrow? Yes. With the feeling way. Not going to fire people and go to school, yeah? Yes. So I can be people tomorrow. Yes. Okay, I'm talking to you now. I know.
Let's see, can you this with people? You want to pencil? You. I'm not a member from home best. You have a box back inside the building. What I'm going to put in again. If you give me one capable with one pencil, you say you will give me. I will empowerment there if you so. And the Unity Party people then they are so. Yeah. And the Unity Party people they are so.
So, by right there, in the air, you move on there here. Look at what I'm doing here.
Wait, small. Can't see them where where any talent. Former speaker. He went in Bobby Carter to the delegate bus stop. Look at the bus stop, sir. Like go telling here, man, representative. I don't know how they call it, representative, man. They man a representative, right? They man a representative. Two of them, and then representative, he PRO for one company in Bobby County. They are representative. The guys are interesting. I'll come in, Mr. Sherry, please. Yeah. So you see that the man, what they call him, man, sir? Yeah, electoral district number 1 representative. They call him Obadiah Vanny. So he also PRO for some other company, but I'll talk about that one later on. And he PRO for company with representative and PRO for certain company there. But we'll talk about that one. Let any time the man, 2 of them standing to come. They grab a bus stop. Any bus stop here. Like a bus stop here. 2 of them. Former speaker, Republic of Liberia. Now senator. Then representative, look at them. Look at how they value that people. No wonder Topman Berg is looking like that. No wonder Bomi is deserted. No wonder. Look at all bus stop that they say they get the people that 8 years old. That a bus stop here, I don't know how much they must have spent on the bus stop, but for 200 to put their head together to say they come in to dedicated bus stop here. So you see here? That the bus stop there, that the 2 people standing on. The 2 people that they're dedicating the bus stop. You see that they're standing in front here, proudly. Look at it, proudly standing in front of the place here. And bombing people, could you imagine? That the bus stop there, they think, yeah, quiet, they think. Look at the kind of thing here. They till they beat it with mud, that mud blocks. They put there, then they rub cement on it. Then they told, I think they didn't even reach one bundle of zinc. Now one bundle of zinc, yes, sir. Now even reach one bundle of zinc. Look at the sticks that are there. If you value the whole thing here, it may cost about 500 USD. Now they 500 USD thing here, they men and took, and then they carry it down there to go see what they call it, because a bundle of zinc is nowhere. 500 USD something. Now what they took, they go carry it down there. They got that wicked people there. But anyway, appreciate you. What's up? How's everything with you?
You know, teacher, like these I don't know, but this kind of conversation that you bring even before the main topic is even worth discussing, and sadly is very, very disgraceful. Now you see why the people are the way they are, and the way these guys are behaving, the way they continue to behave. To see this kind of thing, that you will not even prepare for your chicken, I mean your domestic animal, that these people will prepare these things, proudly stand in front of it, take a photo and express and expect the journalists to run with this kind of thing. This is just to tell you how these people look at the voters.
Yeah.
That we are people of, we don't have taste. In other words, we don't have a taste of quality for our votes that we gave them. This is an insult, teacher Light. This is an insult. This is an insult. I'm expecting people in that particular county to begin to speak out. But thank God that we are speaking out. Because this is by no means a measure that you can use to say, yes, this is a meaningful or an impactful project. What is this? What is this? To the extent somebody was telling me that they spent 200,000 behind this thing. I don't know, allegedly. 200,000. I saw the thing. I said, my master, they may say print, but when that me telling you, I said 200,000. The people say they spend behind it. We are in a town hall meeting because you have, some other business there in the place. Say, my man, they posted 200,000. This is part of their how they call it legislative project. 2 legislators, 2 on this kind of thing. Teacher Light. Not only 1 but 2, and this is their project. They say this is their legislative engagement project. That what they were. What kind of thing? What kind of thing is this? What kind of thing is this? Why would these people insult Liberian like this after giving your vote? Can you imagine? Look at that kind of thing. Wow, 2 lawmakers for that matter for your county, giving you this kind of thing.
Anyway,
Feel like it's anyway.
Anyway, that's good for them. Don't want to for me like that. But anyway, if Joseph Boaga can go dedicate him pump, then who can do it? Look at the kind of leader they have.
That's the whole thing, teacher Light. You see, the people say monkey see, monkey do. With the kind of project that Mr. Boyka is, delicating around here. So what you expect? The very same bombing that we're talking about. He went there the last time, carried someone on a tractor for them to go put mud on the road. He sat down and said, look, they roll here. In fact, that the best road. He said that the best road. What kind of thing we do? So what do you expect? These people
the man saw people living in continuous in greater accident meter. Say if everybody should say he say accident meter is performing. In fact, they are doing their best. People living in continuous, so the man standing there and see like people living in continuous accident meter. He greater accident meter. That means just Jesus
wow.
Christ. What? Yeah.
This is the level at which we have reached. You see, the developmental politics that have been introduced by President Weah will expose most of these people. Will expose most of them. And what we are seeing today is not by magic. The people test for quality. President Weah have given that particular appetite to Liberians. Yesterday, it was not about what have you done for us. Yesterday, it was about bring the money, let our stomach for you good man, you are our leader, let's move on. But today, with the introduction of what President Weah have introduced, in terms of development, infrastructure development, and etc. We are seeing it becoming very difficult to this government, to the extent that since this government took over Teacher Light, all of the projects that they have ever touched are the hallmarks of President Weah. Everything that they've touched. Today, Liberians are grading this government not only on the basis that they are failing to control prices on the world market and increasing poverty, but they are grading this government based on our developmental track. Today, when you go in the market, the old man there who yes to yes, they used to be talking about, we don't EU, that politics maybe used to be Bele infrastructure. They have upgraded their political, how you call criticism now, not to only the price of rice, but to about our role. What are you doing for our role? What are you doing for our children? They are talking now about the human resource development. The people in the market people. So this is how President Weah has been able to transform the body politics of Liberia. This is the level at which we find ourselves. So it is becoming difficult for the Unity Party that is noted for abusing people, siphonning state resources and putting it in their pockets. Yeah. It is exposing the Unity Party that have never had an agenda of developing this country. They are on record. When Mr. Brecker was asked about 16 billion investment in Liberia in raw cash, what did you do? On an open platform, Mr. Brecker said, my people will squander the opportunity. That's why he said, he is on record. This is not something that we say because what he said it. And today they have taken over. We are going to now 2 years. Teacher Light, what kind of project can we count on? What can we look at as this government footprint? Talk about the area of education. What can we say about this government? Talk about the area of raw infrastructure. What can we say about this government? Talk about the issue of respect for the rule of law. What can we say? What is this government here, Mark? We can name more than 20 for you when President Weah took over in a time that the economy was in a global shock. The entire world was shocked during the era of the most deadly disease ever, pandemic, to enter this world during the years of coronavirus. His Excellency President George Manneh Weah was carrying on series of development. That did not stop President Weah's agenda from developing. But today, this government took over. We ain't got no Ebola. We not get no Corona. There is no real national or any kind of international disaster going around the place. But what have this government done? The only thing that we can boast of is that this government have disrespected the rights of the people, have trampled upon the rule of law. But Teacher Light, as we enter into our discussion, I want to use this time to appreciate you. A few days ago, you raised this issue of the 14-year-old minor that was abused by the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, J. Brian McGill. That story was practically laying dead. And on this particular show for 2 days, I remember you raised the issue and you were very, very uncompromising in discussing it, to the extent that there were all charlatans under the post and saying all kinds of things. Today, we are seeing to some extent that it has now gained international, not only a national, how you call, or attention, but international attention. So I want to say thank you, Teacher Light. Because had it not been that you were about, you spoke on that issue for 2 days, taking your time off to lengthily discuss it, today, that particular manner will not get this attention that she has today. Even though we are seeing the effort of Mr. Brecker being very political, being very selective, and you have even exposed him further, Teacher Light. You have exposed the government further. That this government does not care about the Liberian people. They only care about the big names and people who are associated with them in committing heinous crimes and atrocity. Today you have exposed them. You raised the issue. At the end of the day, reluctantly, Mr. Brecker took an action. What was the action? After they made you accept his communication that he should take leave, you come back to tell us the man is suspended. After Gregory Common, because this man is his friend, is his body, have decided that look, the man come in no crowd with the man is supposed to be free. He's supposed to be passing around with the public okra To the extent that, teacher Light, there are no figures in our society yesterday that politicize the issue of rape and gender-based violence, which all of us, we are against it. But yesterday, where were they? Today, these people cannot be seen. We saw the crowd that went to the Ministry of Youth and Sports and other areas. They were just a handful of kids. In fact, they were practically kids. They were kids. So I want to say thank you, teacher Light. I want to appreciate you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that substantially, and I'll tell you thank you. And we always told them that there are issues that if you ever think that Liberian people can get discussed in 1 or 2 days, I'm not just an ordinary Liberian. There are some of us who are not just ordinary Liberians. Who will just look at things and treat it the Liberian way. And the Liberian way had never paved way for us. That's why we are trying to step it up so that people have a different meaning of who we are as Liberians. That we are sound, that we are committed, that we are independent in our thoughts, that when we believe in this, we believe in it, not for what are attached to it, but we believe in it because we think that it's good and it's the right thing to do. That's what we believe in. So we have been on it and we are still on it, and you were just talking about it, and there are a couple of actions that have been coming up. But let me just inform you people, those of you of the CDC, that the former president, who is the president of the people currently in this country, is expected to return to the country finally on Tuesday at 2 p.m. So, you know, his presence brings relief. His presence, it brings relief not only to citizens, but the entire country. That's just who he is. His presence, it carries away something, it brings along something. And that's why he will be coming back. So you're ready yourself. Wherever you are, if you are taxi drivers whom these people have been torturing, you can say, oh, look, I will veil my car. I will be at the junction. I will pick up people to carry them for us to welcome the president. Whichever way you think you can avail yourself, you have to do it for the sake of your country. Because there is a woman man who have always stood for your country. You're not doing it for him, but you're doing it for the sake of your country. So he's going to be returning to Liberia on Monday, 2 p.m. So I just want to inform you about that he is coming. And upon his return, then we'll now know whether the 22nd Prince will be on which date? In a Monday? Yeah, it's supposed to be on Monday. Yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah, the 22nd is on Monday. Yeah, Monday is the 22nd.
22nd, okay, yeah. So it's the 22nd will be on Monday, and he's going to be in Liberia. So we are wishing, and we are wishing that no matter what the circumstances are, you brace yourself. And the 22nd will be on Monday. That Monday, please. Yeah, not Tuesday. Sorry, Monday. So you will brace yourself for that day. And we're going out there to welcome the former president of the Republic of Liberia to Liberia. Why the other president is away and we don't know where he is? As far as we can say he left the country, but as the way he is, we can locate him now. But at least for our former president, we know where he is. And we know exactly that he will be returning to the country on Tuesday. So on Monday. Why am I saying Tuesday? Sorry. On Monday, the 22nd day. So it's at 2 p.m. So we'll have to be there early, and we'll continue it because you're not going to hear from us now on the show again unless in the evening after his arrival. Yeah. So after his arrival, before you will hear it. So this is the only opportunity we have now to inform you about it. And but Israel, but we are still will be on Monday morning to rally you guys again. And so in the afternoon hours like that, that's when the euphoria will be in the air, when Sam Andrews will be on the show. So I think Israel will give it a big shout on Monday to rally all of you on Monday morning. So exclusively his program, and his program will be exclusively geared towards that on Monday to rally people to get at the Rabos International Airport to welcome the former president. And that's one thing we can just tell you. And that's the information we've gathered. The acting chairman of the party was able to post that. And so the former president is coming. Then to be followed by the groundbreaking ceremony. So the groundbreaking ceremony will be followed. And after that, then the country tours. So there are a series of activities that are in line. His return to the country is the first thing. The second thing is the groundbreaking ceremony of the party's new state-of-the-art in our headquarters. And then we finish from there. Then the next thing you should be expecting will be the county tour. So the county tour is one thing you should be expecting as well. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are here and waiting to see the former president back to the country. And past era, you know, when the president is coming, praise, the book of you worried. You can see they mentioning for people to be praising him. You say when you sit down to a hall, Korea and say, "Hold day, that anybody else see passing, you can just be clapping for them." But the member sit down to it. They might be a but see. At the time you were rededicating that rehab era, trying to he didn't want to build a place. When the people are clapping for him, you say you don't clap because everybody when they passing here, you're gonna be clapping for them.
Yeah. They exclusively want to take the clap for himself. They don't clap for nobody. That only means so say you've been clapping for other people. You don't clap for me this time around. Envious. Very, very envious. Hate is part of this man's DNA. Yeah. Wow.
So that's it. And I just thought to give you that information, which is very much important, and that you'll be able to capture. Now, Prince Sherry was able to kick off one of our major programs through compliments to me. So we will just get on that, and this is very much important. We have gotten another information that one Kavi Ba, one of the guys who was arrested in relation to the arson case, he fell off today and he was rushed to the JFK. The Front Page Africa is reporting that because I understand that as we were playing that audio of Stephen Brawl last night, the NSA sent agents to the prison compound to torture the guys, put them in places. And there were a lot of terrible things that happened to them. Again, in addition, I think this time Kavi Ba could not bear it and he fell off, and currently he's at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center.
Wow.
That's what happened. He fell off. So let's pray that Kavi Ba doesn't die. But the guys went to the prison center to tell you now. Their whole intent is to kill all of these guys. That's the government's intent, to kill these people. They want to kill them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the whole plan. You can see it clearly that they want to kill them because what they did even is that when Stephen Brawl's daughter carried food, there's a man who cried. When the daughter carried food, they say, "No, your partner eating today, so no visitor will come here." So they want to starve them to death at the prison center. Yeah, they have upgraded it. The government has upgraded the whole thing. They are starving them to death now. That's what they are doing. Fire is already off. And some of the NSA people that enter there, they said they begin to grab some of them, choke them, strangulate them for them to die. That's what the guys are doing. Yeah, the security, the superintendent, they will open a place for them. The guy will enter inside, they grab you, they choke you for you to die. And that's what they are on. Let's now welcome Leo Montgomery. And Leo Montgomery just joined us. Leo, how's everything with you, man?
Hey, Teacher Light, how are you?
Yeah,
Let me
so
say
great.
good evening to our listeners. Mr. Sharif.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you, sir? Good to see you, my brother.
Leo, yeah, good to see you, man.
Thanks for the opportunity, Teacher Light. It's always an opportunity
Join
to be
us.
here.
It's an addition, and Leo will be talking more about what we are here. These are all passionate people about their country. So we always call the Friday edition the Diaspora Talk edition of Face the Issues. To get people taking things off their chest so that we speak out for one another. That's very good. It's not a one-man thing. We have to fight it, and it's together. At least 10 more people are now joining and saying that, yes, we can do it together. And that is very much essential as well. All right. So, like I'm saying, that's the condition currently at the prison facility for especially those who are opposition figures who were political prisoners, who are political prisoners. That's how they are torturing them. They have extended the torture level up, and that's what it is. They are now denying them food. Nobody should give them food. They should die. And that's what it is. That's happening at the prison facility. They are sending NSA agents secretly in the night to grab the guys, put them among the prisoners. The period the guys are separating them now, so that they put them there, grab them, choke them, and kill them. That's what they are doing now. Ba is already at the hospital. That's how they are doing it. But these are things, but you heard it, man. I'm not just making up words, right? You heard it from
Sure.
Stephen Brown.
Yesterday,
If somebody look at you, the best advice anybody will give anybody is anywhere you are and there's water, anywhere you see electric wire cut and you're getting the water, don't step there because it will literally you will die. Then they carry people to that place and they pour you there for you to die. So you can see it clearly that they are doing. I don't know why they are doing it, but I don't know. They are torturing the guys. They are torturing the guys. Every day they are torturing them. This government is terrible. The evidence is clear. Bar fell off today. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you updates and I'm giving you facts. Bar fell off today. He might either be in coma now, say at the JFK. Because they are going killing spree now. They really doing it to kill these people. I don't know why, but they are killing them now. They intend to kill them. That is what the government is doing. It's very glaring. The guy said he went to the hospital. The doctor told them. Just listen to Stephen Brown. He said the doctors told them. Doctor say, I think by Monday or Tuesday or Sunday, you got to leave this country. All of your what they call all of your eyes is tempered with already. Finish. Yeah, they told them. They say they are side umpa. Let them just forget about it. They are side umpa. They have damaged it. Because they grab the guys, they carry them to the police headquarters, center there. They carry the guys there. They can look at light that they flash it in their eyes and then put iron on it. That's how the men can behave. The men can make your whole eye blind. You can see. That's what the guys doing that. They torturing the opponent did to these guys. They have lost their eyesight. They will not see too good again. That's why they are not normal again. All the guys are not normal again. They have already destroyed all of those guys. The only thing that left now with the government, what they're doing now is to kill these people. That's all they are on now. But they have taken away, they have impeded, they have paralyzed their eyesight. And you can see some of them, right? They are all born. In fact, one of them they have now finished. That's what it is. So they are now entering there in the night to kill them. They are denying them food. I thought people supposed to be in prison to even protest, say, I want to eat. But now they are even denying them and saying, you will not eat. Because they have destroyed these guys. Very terrible. I'm telling you the truth.
But
that's what they doing.
You know, Teacher, let me jump in here. You know, during the initial answer case, when that whole branding of the Capitol building started,
yeah,
and some of the guys were saying that in the one of the interrogating room,
yeah,
they had snakes and stuff there. They had snakes,
yes,
to bite you, to torture you, and all of that. And people were denying it. Even when Carrasco was arrested, you know, he himself alluded to some of the ill treatment that was going on in there.
Yeah.
So it's not strange. It's not surprising to somebody like me when you tell me, say, oh, you put the live cable wire in the water to torture somebody. That's what the United Party. I mean, that's what they are good for. You know, you come and torture somebody just to forcibly make them to lie on somebody. I mean, what kind of government are we running, my brother? What kind of country are we running? You get innocent people just to blackmail the other few. And now you got other people. These guys, like yesterday, I was listening to that grown man cry, AB.
Yeah.
That grown man, Prince Harry, this guy is crying. I mean, like, now he's almost saying, look, I'm better off being dead.
Yeah.
Because what is life right now, you know? You're living and you can't control your life, Prince. You're living, but hey, you're almost as good as dead. And that's what the United Party is giving us. But, you know, we want to say, look, thank you for announcing that the president is coming, because right now there's no hope in the country. So this small news that's coming, like the former president is coming back, you know, that's something for the people to hold on to. They say, okay, you know what? Somebody who's giving them hope, at least it's coming. So there's always some kind of hope. And I keep telling you, man, look, let the United Party keep doing what they're doing. Let them keep on doing what they're doing, because the day will come. The day will come. It's not rendering evil for evil, but the day will come. And so that's the battle we are in. That's the fight we are in, and we will not relent, you know. I always commend my brother Prince when he's on his show firing and giving the people, you know, the updates of the happenings, what happening in Liberia. But it's bad, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And those of us that are on the other side, you know, we are joining in the fight too as well. Prince and myself will go a long way. You know me. I was on the other side firing some years back.
Yeah.
I've got you back on the line again, Prince, and it's good to speak here. And let's make the case for the people, my brother. Thanks for having me. You know.
All right,
yeah, definitely.
So the ever potent president and our prince is coming on Monday. I hope you guys are set when you're in the diaspora, wherever you people are. You have to get pretty set, and we'll be doing a live coverage from here. is on Monday that he will be here. So Monday morning is where we are here. Like I said, we'll kick off and the rallying point for that. But we are now giving you these updates relating to the arson issue. Now, the rape issue is very much essential as well. Then Prince will come in on the arson issue, his feedback, and with the level of issues that unfolding now with the guys. And we will be able to also tell you squarely that President Joseph Yuma Boakai today appointed and I one Bele and I as acting delegated minister for youth development. These are all strange things. I haven't seen government run like this, Prince, in my whole life. Now, if someone is suspended from an institution, you don't bring outsiders to act in that person's place. Someone who is internal, who could go back to their respective position or their initial position, could act in that person's place and not bringing an outsider. Bringing an outsider is an equivalent of the removal of that person from office.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a trend of activities for Joseph Boakai all through. That the experience papa your girl. You say they get all the years of experience, blah, 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 blah. That the experience papa there your girl. But you know why he did it? I am understanding from cogent information that we have gathered so far that Brian McGill has finally left the country. So the whole plan was, let's do suspension because there's no arrest to be made now because the man is not in the country.
Yeah.
So you can make an arrest now. So they'll just replace him with another person in the name of the person acting. Is it a normal government that will run in this country? Are you people, you know the party? So all the big money you are making, costing people here. They all see these people, there's that, here, they know nothing about governance. That the governance they are talking about here. The law is the law. Choke you now. You're able to vomit. In fact, they're choking and choke you now. The law is the law. That paper you the law is the law. The law is the law. The real law is the law. Time comes down. You're not able to live according to the law is the law. Eh? You're making a young man to go free. You're sitting there in this time and age. That man is going free. And I know for sure, there are recent visitations that have been done by their quote-unquote fake investigation that they're doing. Who did they go in there? They're talking to the person. I remember they call Henry Yonton. They say Henry Yonton a person of interest because Henry Yonton was talking to Maggie for Maggie. Maggie told him, say, you want to go beg the people. So why was he begging? So Henry Yonton knows about everything. So they say person of interest. Then they say one Rachel. And I'm saying there again tonight. They said one Rachel and Yonton entered the CCTV operation room. What they went there to do, at what point did they enter there without the consent of the securities there? What did they go do there? Those are things that we heard about. And I don't know why really these people are really up for. Why they can't just come out and say, look, rape is no longer a crime. Especially when committed by one of our own.
Sure.
You can see it clearly that this country is done for mess. Brian will not be arrested because there is no Bryant in Liberia now. Brian McGill will not be arrested because there is no Brian McGill in Liberia as we speak. All that thing you see them doing, and you see Joseph Boakai appointed somebody in a position because there is no Bryant. Boakai has already replaced Brian because there's no Bryant. Brian McGill, Youth and Sports, Deputy Minister for Youth Development. There is no Brian McGill now. Boakai has replaced Brian McGill at the Ministry of Youth and Sports because there is no Brian McGill now in Liberia. That is it. That's the United Party government you have. All the noise they are causing here. These guys are complete disgrace. They are ashamed. In fact, they are the total embarrassment to governance in itself. Even the appointments that Joseph Boakai made in the judicial sector, appointing magistrates. There are magistrates whose time still running. The Garnersville area. The magistrate can stay running. Bwaka appointed people in the main position to go serve as statutory magistrate. When the men were commissioned, their times are still running. Pre-Sherry, look, the whole government are complete useless government. You know the problem in this country is good that we bring it to your attention. Now your government, the unity party. Now your government, I don't know why I can say now. Anyway, Prince, Leo, it's up to you guys to do most of the talking.
Right before Prince.
So let's first start up. Or Prince, get your opinion on this issue about the issue relating to the action stuff, right? And the level of torture that they are now carrying on. And secondly, what we are now understanding that they want to subject the guys to a second examination, something which is not medically feasible, but the guys have said that they are not going and up to date. I haven't heard that they have taken it off to force them to go. So I think it is still put. But in the wake of all of this, we are still waiting on the judge on Monday. What's it on Monday? They say on the 24th. On the 24th will be on Wednesday. On Wednesday for him to come up with his ruling on it. So we are still waiting to see what will happen. And okay, let's hear from you guys.
Yeah, Teacher Light, again, thank you for affording us the opportunity. And let me use this time again to welcome my brother Leo. It's a privilege, to have you here.
Thank you.
Someone who really very passionate about Liberia and understands, and is very articulate in his view. Thank you so very kindly. I am glad that you are on this team, that we can all ensure that this government account. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Teacher Light, with the issue of this particular arson case, from the very beginning, Joseph Numa Boyka made a statement which prejudiced this entire case and point directly at people. Everything that we are seeing is just an attempt by the government, by puppets of this particular government, especially a political police director, to ensure that Boyka word come to fruition. When the incident happened, Mr. Boyka went at the grounds of the Capitol building and directly accused people without even a report from the expert, whether the Liberian National Fire Service or investigators, etc., etc. He made a statement that the place was burned by hooligans. He said that. When he made that statement, immediately the puppets of the regime, those stooges of the regime that are very much, focused on pleasing Boyka, decided that the way Boyka finished talking, say that somebody burn a place, that hooligan and burn a place, let low for people so that we can catch them to prove that he's a hooligan for true. And what they did, we saw a premature approach by the government operatives, Gregory Como and etc., arresting people. We all knew very well from the very initial that at that particular place, when the first incident, in fact, when the entire saga happened from the very initial, the Liberian National Police is on record by telling the Liberian people that they were taking charge of that particular vicinity. By the grace of God, here in the United States, at least we are security people. And we get some knowledge. We went through some training. The police told us that they were taking charge of that particular area. They are on record. Meaning that that particular jurisdiction lies within the police purview. Who coming? Who going out? Even on the video, we saw that at a certain point in time, there were staffers that were stopped by the police. It took Honorable Funati Kofa along with other lawmakers to identify these people in person because they were not even accepting their ID card. They were even refusing their ID card. That was how strenuous measures were put in place by the Liberian National Police, Gregory Como, to ensure that they monitor the going in and the coming out of people in that place. If that incident happened, 24 hours police were assigned at that particular area, to the extent that the Capitol building security was now being subjected to the police authority. So throughout the incident, the police were present. Teacher Light, Like I said, some of us at least we do some of these things here. Every time we go, there are incident reports. Every day we make incident report on our duty. After every maybe 1 hour or hour patrol that we take, there are incidents report that we make. The question that we are asking, where are those police officers that were on the scene when this incident happened? Where are they? The question that we are asking today, where are those police officers? We can hear from these police officers. Where is the incident report? Because on the night or on the day or whatever when that particular incident occurred, there were police officers that were stationed at that particular building. Where are the police report? But Gregory Coleman will not present police report, but will go for all our community, all our normal there, including my own normal there, and go display it to the court. What kind of uselessness and unprofessional attitude is this? Because Mr. Brecker said the place was burned by hooligan, so you must look for people by force to ensure that, yeah, the thing what Brecker say, that true thing is say, let's look for people, let's catch them. All that is going on, Teacher Light, today is a broad day robbery, an insult to justice. They want to please Brecker. Look at the level of torture. I never thought that in this day, age, and time under a democratic government, that torture will be reintroduced in Liberia. Honor Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That particular, those torture chambers, they were closed perpetually by the international community at the time Ome was in Liberia. When President Weah took over as president of the Republic of Liberia, he ensured that that place remained perpetually closed. But to see Joseph Numa Brecker taking over and a Prince Charles Johnson, who is trained by international people money, have gotten all of the training on the rights of people, you know, the international convention to protect the rights of accused and etc. to now open a torture chamber in Liberia. It is scary, Teacher Light. Where are we going? Where are we going? Today, torture chambers have been open. I know of 3 in Liberia. Oh, I can speak to it. I know the direction and etc. Today they have opened it. The police, the NSA now have completely gone into a torture organization where they are extracting information from people based on how you call torture, and based on threat, and based on, you know, intimidation, and using money to induce people. Look at our brother who was in Ghana. He was convinced and lied to that, oh man, don't worry, we're getting money, we'll do this, we'll do that. How will you bring and accuse somebody who is saying you are running after? Interpol catch the person from Ghana, you brought them, you put them in hotel, you get them food to eat, they were dressing, you put money in their pocket, you were having discussion and everything. Then you giving them, thank you, VIP treatment for the lack of better word. Thank you very much, VIP treatment. Look at today what is happening. Teacher, I'm listening to that brother story and I know what torture is. I've seen it. I've witnessed it before. I know what torture is. To see what that brother going through. And as I listened to his statement, he was even suicidal in his statement. The brother said, I want die. Can you imagine for a man to reach to that stage, Teacher Light, and say he want to take away a life? He's not even thinking about his own family again, Teacher Light. For a man to reach to that stage. Liberians, we are not noted for these kind of things. I'm not saying that there are not isolated cases of people, you know, doing this and that, they're hanging themselves. But to see a healthy man crying on the phone to say, Teacher Light, I want die. They play one air, come on now, I want die. Hey, Teacher Light. This is very, very much scaring. And let me say this. The international partners are watching. Look, the United States of America, the EU, the Sweden, whatever embassy, you people have spent enough money in Liberia to ensure that we have this peace, that we have this democracy that we have. For you people to remain silent and see that this government is proceeding in this way, then they tell us that indeed some of you were being used as political machinery against the CDC government. Then we are now seeing it. You have exposed yourself. You have exposed yourself because for this kind of international you call crime to be happening in Liberia and you cannot speak. Where is the US embassy? I remember yesterday when McCarthy was in Liberia. He was passing all around the place to the extent he was going to villages and talking about Joseph Jingy Rabba 1847, 18 and that. Today, the U.S. Embassy is in perpetual silence with all of this disrespect for the rule of law. Where are we? Are you compromised too? Should we accuse you of being in the pocket of this particular government? Where are all these women group that yesterday they were around the place and saying that, oh yeah, we're fighting for the right of people? Where are you that our brothers today have been tortured and are placed in prison? They're taking electric wire and putting them on their bottle. When they leave from that place, some of them will not even function again. They may not function. They may not function. They're using lights to intimidate them. Their eyes now are getting blind. What kind of problem is this? This is what led to the war, fellow Liberian, and we will say this thing raw in our Liberian English. Look at what led us to war. It was because there were few group of people who felt that they were intimidated. In their own country, they were looked at as an enemy. And because of that, the only means that they had was to run in the bushes and be able to take arms to defend themselves. Today, this is what is happening. The Unity Party government have decided to ensure that opposition are trampled upon, opposition are run after to the extent that they want to eliminate key opposition figure. His Excellency President Dr. George Manning Weah life was he attempted assassination on 2 different occasions while he was in the air with his plane. Today we are seeing these things. And unfortunately, the international community who told us that they spend money to keep the peace. Yesterday they were issuing press statement here, there, Yano, and all the other places. Today that they can't talk. Where are we? ECOWAS have been to that country on 4 different occasions to tell this government to respect the rule of law. And the government is still disrespecting the rule of law. Where are we? Today the government have no case to offer. They have no case. Teacher Light, what is hidden will be exposed. I will pause here as we gave our brother the opportunity. What is hidden will be exposed.
Yeah, thanks, Prince. I always say this: when this Bwaka government came into office, I knew there was one thing they were up for. It's an agenda against this CDC party. I knew that for sure, and I was on different platforms saying the same thing, and people were like, "Oh, stop spreading," this kind of, because what? When Bwaka came from the onset, or man who gave you life, you start targeting the man. Hey, man. How can you look? If Prince Sheriff had done something for me in the past, even if I cannot pay him back, let me not be a part of those that will try to bring Prince Sheriff down. At least, courtesy's sake. As soon as Joseph Bwaka started targeting George Weah, I knew straight what the whole government was going to do. So look, there's nothing good that's going to come out of this government right now, Prince. And it's sad to say, there's nothing good as at the time. You remember when the fight that was in the Capitol building with the minority and the majority, you started seeing the rankings. Oh, the one who speak of Kofa, okay, they find a way, separated the group. Now you burn the Capitol building, but what happened with the aspect that you brought from overseas? Look, one thing I know, Prince, I'm being security, you are. When you bring an aspect, a foreign aspect to come and investigate a case, let there be a press conference. Let there be a joint press conference that the nation will say, okay, these guys came in and these are the findings. We didn't see that. You want to concoct some kind of report in Gregory Common office after they may have left, collected their own share of the money, and then you go make some report thinking that people are stupid. Everyone is stupid. But this is the case I've always asked, right? This is the thing I've always asked when it comes to the whole rape issue. Prince, what happened to the gender community when it comes to the female group? What happened to them? Are they silent? What happened to the Council of Churches? Because I remember now, 3 years ago, these people were on every platform crying. George, where is this? So what happened? Especially with our gender-based community, the women wing. What happened to them? You see? But it's all hate. It's all agenda. You want to silence this party, you cannot silence this party. The party is not one person. It's a movement. You cannot silence a movement, my brother. You will fight it, but you will not succeed. I tell you, no, Joseph Bwaka has nothing to offer to the Liberian people, my brother. After 50 years of governance, 50 years of office, there's not one thing you can show for. And the people can be tell me, say, oh, the man is an agronomist, somebody who's telling, like, what farm Joseph Bwaka got? At the end of the day, you go there, you say, "Oh, I suspend a man." Okay, now I agree. This rapist, I think I called a couple of days ago on the show, Teacher Light, and I told you, I said, this guy will escape. This guy will run away. I said that on the show. Now, Gregory, come on. The president has suspended this guy. Do us the favor. Now you do your work. Go arrest this man and let the case begin. So when has rape become something common now in our system? This guy violated this girl, took her childhood from her. But yet in Liberia is the only country start to say that when a crime is committed, once you are a big person, you are to be protected. You know, you the crime committer, you are the one that's supposed to be protected. And this girl's life is already in ruin. Her family life is being threatened on a daily basis.
But you just said something and you struck an important point. You know, and we are hearing other things from people. There's this case between this man and his woman, and the man walks up and say, hey, the woman can't do anything, and of course he's attached in the system. He knows the judges, he knows this, that. And can you imagine just ordinary man between husband and wife? He said the woman can't do anything, he knows it. And that is kind of perception people carry. But yet we have integrated men in this country who always tell them that we are not going to buy into such, say that will undermine the credibility of the justice system. We think what's happening now in relation to this whole thing about the ISO, which we all know is false and misleading. We know that the guys did what they did because they wanted to get at Fonatide. They wanted to burn down the constitutional seat of the speaker, to dislodge him. That was their point. Let's burn it. Then we can frame it on them.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what they did that time. Knowing about it, there's no security person who is a person of interest to be asked. This is the first investigation I have seen. That even if at my house or at anybody's facility, if there was anything suspicious of any arson activity that went on there, the security on shift is a person of interest.
Right. Yeah.
He must have seen there's no police that have been questioned in the wake of all of this. No police. All the police on duty, I have never seen where a property is damaged through criminal means or perceived criminal means, and the security on post is not being called to answer to how and why did it happen. That is the first investigation I've seen. Instead, they've left out everybody, and they jump at people they perceived as their political targets.
It's an agenda, brother. Agenda.
And that's bad. The Unity Party folks, you're sitting down today, you're talking all kinds of things. The reason why I keep reminding you, because there is a tomorrow. And that time shall come. Because not will, but shall come. And that's when you will get to know that what you're doing to this country, you are taking us back to the dark days. The only reason why Liberians are not fighting war now in this country, war now as I speak, is because we don't have a character in the opposition in George Weah and the legs of Eric Johnson Sirleaf.
Yeah.
It's because we don't have a George Weah in the characters of the legs of people like H. Burma family and who will go at any length to bring war to this country. That's the only reason. And do you know that, because we went to war because of these kind of things, you listen to the TRC testimony, the TRC testimonies that were issued as Deacon Carter, how they treated them, Bacchus Matthew, how they treated them. These are the same things. Joseph Yuman Bwaka has always been a rebel. And that's why you see, people did not understand this. How did Doe manage to put Bwaka in his government and in that kind of rule? How did Doe manage? Bwaka is a planner, orchestrate. He orchestrates these kind of things. Bwaka is terrible. Bwaka has history of war, rebellion. He has it. That's how Dor put him there. That's how Dor put him there. And when Dor refused to make him vice president and decided to take Harry Maniba from Lofa County, Bwaka saw it as an entitlement that he was part of the revolution that brought people that Dor into power. Bwaka had always been a rebel. And we had thought that we were done with that. And then you brought back the same rebel to preside over this country. See how he's treating the country. Every element of war is in our country now. Because in war, there is no law. Do we have law in Liberia now? In war, there are tortures. Are we not seeing torture now? In war, people's views are suppressed. Go administrative agencies and see if anybody can say anything. During war, all the elements, all the happenings that can happen during the course of war, we are experiencing everything now in Liberia. Where people used to put knife to your throat that if you don't do this here and there, will do this. Are they not doing the administration agencies? And telling you, say, if you don't do this here and there, we'll sack you. If you don't do this here and there, we'll kill you. And if you do all the threats that used to be issued during the course of the war, are we not experiencing now are we not experiencing them now in Liberia? What is the different thing from war? The only reason is you have a team that they are not willing to take guns to fight people that are in power. That is the only difference. I see people saying the opposition very feeble, the opposition weak, the opposition this, that. Yes, we agreed. We have 250,000 of our people die in this country. The Americans did not prioritize war crimes, quote, like they did in Sierra Leone. They decided to initiate it with Truth and Reconciliation because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who was a lead proponent that they had, exactly was supposed to be president. And bringing a war crimes court at that time to say you will prosecute people in Liberia, which would have been the immediate action that they did in Sierra Leone. It would have brought forth the legs of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, then Ellen wouldn't have been president. So they say, let's go through the Paraba or something. Then subsequently, we'll handle other people that are there. Look, let me tell you people something, pre-raise something, and let me be blunt with the diplomatic community. You people are silent today in this country when you people were not silent yesterday. You people were you are silent today in this country when you people were not silent yesterday. You hurt this country to the extent that an ambassador had to come up and retract his statement and say he lied in previous statement that he made, because that is what you people did in this country. The embassy, you're listening. For me, I ain't got time. Whether you like it or not, you believe in what? Freedom and democracy. So when we are portraying one year for the sake of our country, that is where we are. You people are sitting here and releasing no statement. When Koji then said that indeed Oscar Broden, who is the election coordinating committee chair, they were trying to infiltrate and interfere with the electoral process. The U.S. embassy released a statement threatening Koji then that when anybody man the democracy will put sanction on them, they should just be remanded. Why are you the people not remanding the Joseph Boakai government today? Where is that warning that you used to be quoting? That anybody honor man democracy, and there's that is the torturing of people, not anything that honor man democracy, for which you're not releasing statements to that effect today? You came up, your open statements on Koji and said Koji was torturing people. He infiltrated the security system. What's happening to the security system today? The NSA structure, your bill down there, was it built for this kind of thing to torture people? The military that you're teaching to what? You reform all of our security system in this country. The only area the Americans had interest for following our war was the security system. Today, it has come way down. And where are you people? Just saying nothing. Can we say you people more fail your country or you can't say anything? Every element of war. Thank you so much, Nelly Konto. During wartime, there can be rape. People just raping people, and nothing will happen. Is it not happening now on Joseph Boakai? What thing not happening in war that not happening now? Tell me here today. Let me see. What thing happening in war that not happening now? Ask yourself the question. The only thing that is different is that the people who are oppressed, they are not going to form their own warring factions. The CDC is not putting themselves into the position of forming a warring faction to come and fight back. That is the only difference. That's why you must say sitting here today will call in a peace. Torture, lawlessness. Lawlessness. All happening here. The Americans are watching, ECOWAS watching, EU watching, and all the EU embassies, they are watching. And we are here. And this is what I always told Liberians. People can say, oh, AB, when I go to Real Martin and they say, AB, tag the US embassy, I'm going to call US embassy attention. You know why they get that people there here? I'm going to call their attention to see what they put on see here.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I'm going to tag the US embassy for what purpose?
Yeah.
To do what to them? On CDC, people used to tag into them. And they were here seeing everything and they were saying it. The embassies, they get Liberian staff, they are there. They get people getting newspapers and things, they are reading in newspapers. They are following these things. Some of us, our complaints and things, and so some of these embassies, we think that we can talk in the embassy. You remember the last time when I told you that the US embassy had an issue with me, I said something about one of their staff and they wrote the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and then wrote the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, wrote the press union of Liberia for them to investigate me. That issue sent a statement that affected one of their staff, my own brother or Robert Clark and so forth. How you think they were hearing those things? That somebody tagged them to it and they can be listening. That today we should sit here in this country. I said, people. Look, let me tell you something. If you don't value yourself, nobody will value you. If you don't have respect for yourself, nobody will respect you. I've always told you people that Liberia cannot do away with America. Established fact. When it comes to other countries, we are more into America. We are more grounded into America. All we can say is that let them recognize us and treat us with respect. We don't get problem with them. They want to control our politics, no problem. Once their control is to the benefit of the ordinary citizens, we don't have time. Who cares? If your father came and somebody who read you decided to say, look, we are coming to exercise leadership because we think that some things you are doing, you haven't really good enough, so we'll come to exercise. It's not bad. You don't call that even interference. You don't call it interference. You can say America, no, America is not supposed to interfere in the first place. America is supposed to set things in the proper perspective for you. Do you know what the Americans are capable of doing? Do you know how many our officials in here are from America? That were there to that say, let everyone know the way they were reminding people that we have a democracy act that was passed. Anybody who do any act that undermines democracy, this is what it is. We are reminding you when eating happen. Tell you there's a different story we're talking about. But again, that's God. I think it's divine. God is silencing people that we think should speak for us. God is silencing the strength. God is reducing our strength and everything so that we experience what we're supposed to experience, that we appreciate when we see one good person, we appreciate that person. No matter what kind of statement they issue against the person, you will appreciate that person. No matter how terrible they look at that person, you will always appreciate the person. This is the time and age, and that's God at work. So don't hear. We are sitting right here, raping going on, arson case, terrible things are going on everywhere. And you have somebody who said that you're not staying for yourself. Me, I'm telling you, when I tell you you're bad patient here and there, because there's nothing we can do now. I'm not saying that people should go out there and do whatever it is. No. We'll continue to preach to you people. Continue to preach to you people that you got to learn to think for yourself. The time is coming. 2029 is not far. It's not far, it's just around the corner. And there may be terrible things that may happen that you may not understand. And you may not even reach 2029, but you may go into election before even 2029. You may not know it. God is able to do anything. You don't know. You're thinking about 2029. As a man proposes, but God disposes. Good. Just watch it. It is possible. With the way things are going, why the embassy they're closing their body, they're not keeping things in check, the way things are going, the day God ready to scatter things, even the embassy can't stop it. The day God ready to put things in proper perspective, you may have election in this country even before 2029. Anyway,
You know, Teacher Light, you are right in regards to this issue of the the abuse that was meted against this particular girl, but this man who is a pedophile, who is a monster. I was just thinking, and I was observing and going through my documents. Yesterday, what I saw under the Weah-led administration was group of people today who are appointed in government under the banner of Women Group, demanding that they needed accountability and that rape should be eliminated and etc. etc. While it is true that it was political, but their core was something that President Weah did not take lightly. President Weah put measures in place to ensure that our children are protected. And I'm going to give you some of the examples, some of the things that President Weah did. I mean, practical steps that President Weah took to ensure that this issue of rape is hand-on dealt with. He declared a state of emergency. There was a state of emergency that was declared. And that state of emergency was not just declared, but what President Weah did was to set up a committee to be able to look into the issue of rape. And that committee was sponsored with $5 million to ensure that mechanism is put in place. What in fact the further do was, the Weah-led government did was to start to train guardian counselor in Liberia. The Ministry of Gender and that of the Ministry of Education, they trained 200 gender officers in Liberia. Those gender officers were to be assigned in schools, and their work and responsibility was to ensure that they are flexible enough so that the students can be able to relate any case of sexual abuse or any intimidation on the part of any staff or any big person in the school. That's what those gender officers were trained for, and they were sent in the various public schools to gather information. That they were not even working with the principal. They was almost like assigned there by the government itself. We saw under President George Manneh Weah, the Ministry of Gender setting up a task force, and that task force were even given a vehicle, and they were even assigned officers of the Liberian National Police, and there were numbers assigned. We saw a daily report from the Ministry of Gender on the issue of rape and gender-based violence. They gave updates of what was happening on a monthly basis to the international partners. We saw, a practical approach. At one point in time, in fact, one of the deputy minister in presence of Memina Carr at the time from the Ministry of Gender, she was almost like a police officer. That young, exuberant and energized minister will even go out early in the morning. There were videos. In fact, I have videos of her going out with police officers as early as 2 o'clock to respond to gender-based issues. There were people all in the counties to respond to these gender-based issues. And we saw a significant clampdown by the Weah-led government on this gender-based issue. Today, what are we seeing? We are seeing no attempt to even further stretch the issue of the government effort, the Weah-led government effort to ensure that gender-based violence is tackled, eliminated. What did the government do? Work along with our international partner, and the first DNA machine ever in the history of Liberia was under the Weah-led administration. The records are there. We are speaking facts. Under the Weah-led administration, we saw the first DNA machine to ensure that the issue of rape and gender-based violence is fast-tracked through a medical procedure. Not yet you looking at somebody and say, oh yeah, you ain't put a hand somewhere and say no, but so that there can be what we call a scientific proof to that particular effect. Today, what are we seeing? We are seeing this government shielding and protecting rapists and murderers. Oh, you want to ask me about those rapists? Where is the internal affairs minister? We have video of this man assaulting and abusing a woman. The videos are there. The videos are all over the place. What did Joseph Numa Boyka do? That lady appeared even on one of their own station and was crying and said how she was abused because of job. At the end of the day, Joseph Nyuma Breka is still keeping his nephew at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Sakila French Nimale. He is still being kept there. People who are new murderers and on records. Look up Queen Johnson. Today, Queen Johnson passing around. When you ask her, what did you judge? She said, because I hold somebody down, they beat him, and the man lost his life. That one gave me job in Freeport. Today, she's a director. So, do you expect us to trust this man effort, Joseph Nyuma Breka effort? With Brian McGill, we all know how this man Ben rode the campaign. His campaign of 2023, we know what he did. The reason why they are trying to protect this man at all costs is because he is one of the financiers of Joseph Nyuma Breka coming to power. They will do nothing to this man. When I listening to the police boss telling her, we got to gather information, we got to gather the requisite, information to ensure that these people are brought to book, then I laugh. Oh, yesterday you did not wait for all of the information, but you collected Maxwell Kimaya, the former, a foreign affairs minister. You collect Madam Mary Bro. You collect Amos Sawyer wife. You collected all of them on a Saturday. You put them in jail straight to Sobi. You did not ask question. Straight Sobi that the place they went. You collected Honorable Fonati Kofa along with others. You detained them at the police without not even getting the evidence. And the next day before Ugolo, they were straight to Saw Beach. But when it comes to one of your own, you are telling us that you gathering information, you protecting the real the accused, you doing this, you doing that. You people should start playing. The government did not make any effort. When this case was reported on the 30th of August, the 30th of August, the case was reported. The government chose to keep silent. After 2 weeks, Teacher Light, when you raised this issue here on 2 separate occasions, it was when they say, let it here, getting serial, we just got to make some kind of approach, they just try to sugarcoat it, they just put some kind of press statement up there. You think you can play with the emotions of Liberians? You think you can play with us? What serious attempt have you made to protect our children? Our children are vulnerable on the streets and are being abused on the daily basis. What are you doing? Police are compromising cases around here. The only reason why these people, they took this long was because Gregory Common that he man down there. So after the case was sent to the police station, look for law and say, oh man, we know that thing here, you're talking family way. Y'all go talking family way. Let's suppress it. But because we continue to talk, that what made Joseph Nyuma Breka just take this particular, approach to try to cover all things. Because they know Liberians are speaking against it. Where is the rescue mother? Where calls a rescue mother? Yombli Kanga Lauren, where are you? Yesterday we saw you sitting down on ground. Where are you? Yombli Kanga Lauren. And now you say you be rescue mother. That why you say, oh, and now we don't want find a need for you. That you don't want to tell somebody need. Put on yourself. You say you be rescue mother.
Tell somebody need.
You put on yourself. Where are the female lawmakers in the house today that we are not hearing from them? They are completely quiet and silent. Or is it that because the rescue men do it? So therefore the rescue people then they want to how the country looking now? Look, you can see, even somebody who is visually impaired can be able to touch the level of hate in Liberia, can touch the level of injustice in Liberia. Even those who are suffering to some extent from some hearing impediments, they can hear the sound of justice crying that the player have been suffocated by the government. Even the people who have ear problem, they can hear justice crying. Say Joseph Nyuma Breka na nami down, he raping me, he taking all my, he want damage me. Justice is crying. Lady Justicia is down there. She crying now as I speak to you. She's crying on the street of Monrovia. Yesterday, when Madam Councillor Gloria Mususkat committed such a serious atrocity, allegedly by the court, and was sent to the court and was found guilty, she was placed behind bar. Joseph Nyuma Breka King, guess what they did? They freed that woman. They used the court some kind of way, some kind of how. Though we still have justice, we still have faith in the justice system, but they still use some kind of way, some kind of do grigba thing. Before Ogolo, the woman was free. While the woman was in prison, they sent Daniel Sano there to go apologize to her. He said, oh, this, that, all that. We get a video, we saw it. The next day for Ogolo, he said they sent it to the case to court. Before Ogolo, Gloria Mususka is also and appointed by this government. My people, we are not speaking because we hate this government, no. We are speaking because Liberia is equally for every one of us, and all of us have attachment to Liberia. Our children are there, our investment are there. The only opportunity that God has provided for us is for us to be on the side to hustle. Hustle location are off, the all change, but nothing change on us. The only hustle location change. The all finish. Don't man anything where you can see pin layer all that thing that the condition can make the lake can change to be pink. It's not happiness. The core way in or some before we go, we get out attracted, we all be in our need. Don't be deceived by some of the color. The only location change, and that's the reason why when we come here is to talk for our country, our hearts, and everything is in Liberia. We do not hate no government. We do not pray for evil. But what we must do is to ensure that the government do what is right. I stop here, brother Avi.
All right, so I think we're about to link up with the callers and get their views. We have just 10 minutes, of course, with them, and we have Leo here along with us, Prince Sharif, and we are here on the Friday's edition of the Diaspora Talk, and we are here together. So again, on Monday, just to remind you, you can assemble at the Rabos International Airport for in the morning hours, and to welcome the former president of the Republic of Liberia. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God for that. But let me read this from one of my seasoned friends who's always working with the diplomatic community. And this is why he said about our position on the silence of the diplomatic community. And this is why he said, hey, there, Abi, let the Liberian people know this. The fire birthing and jackboot wearing leaders of Liberia will not change. Nothing absolutely will change as long as they disrespected the Supreme Court's opinion on the Capitol building fire incidents. They will not respect anything foreign diplomats in Liberia are expressing surprise and disappointment now. This means a lot. The Liberian people should brace themselves for the worst. And this is what he's trying to communicate, what the diplomatic community understands about Liberia now. He says the Liberian people should brace themselves for the worst. Liberians need to speak up now. They have no other choice. And that's what he says. And we are getting there. All right, so folks, we are right here tonight on this very time. And of course, Leo and myself will be in here tonight and doing what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. So let's move on. And we are here together to do what we can exactly do for our country. And it's going to be great. And we are certainly getting there. So call us. Let us fire. Let us fire. And of course, we have to fire together. And it is very much good for us. Let us get to the lines and interact with you. What are the numbers? I'm about to read them out to you right here tonight. So let's go. This is where we are. You can call us on the numbers. We are blinking. Here we are. Three things we talk about: the Asson case, the treatment of our brethren, the rape case issue where Joseph Walker has appointed somebody in Brian McGill's position, indicating that Brian McGill is not here in country, which shows that clearly no arrests have been made because there is no Brian McGill in country to be arrested. So let's see. And I get to the lines interact with your callers right here. This first caller, starting with the female line first. Hello, how you doing?
That's my bad.
Yeah, my bad. Let's hear from you quickly.
Oh, thank you. Well, I want to talk to you, please. You help our children. You help our children. Our children can't outside. You to the place that you talk to our poor can't outside.
How do I come outside now? Who then we should talk to for them to come outside?
They go back. I think your press on at the one that they put our children outside. We'll take it there.
But what do you tell the government? The government can torture people. When we go to that, they will torture all too.
I will marry
Oh my God, there. We'll manage with.
Yeah, teacher, like, why are you taking the call?
Yeah. Thank you very much, my brother.
I want to, respond to the other side there. I want to go get the people from on the other side. So please, I beg to leave. Yeah, Leo.
Yeah, talk to you, Mama.
Yeah, take it back. You are Prince Sherry. The General Woman, sorry for Johnson. My brother, they are saying the ambassador saying, they keep selling. The ambassador, they will not talk. Because we not only Swedish embassy, we only embassy, we only American embassy. And we were here when the embassy they were releasing statement here, the political leader, McCarthy, because you have political party, like political unity party. We were statement against George Weah, and the party with the unity party. He says so our minister there, he says so our senator there, we lie, they say so our people. But in their present now, what the ambassador here, they torture our people, they arrested our leader, they kill it to so big, they tell them the capital building, they sit out here, they dish up money in our home, and the Lord they dish up money. They don't set on anybody, they clean up with their eye, they set on anybody, they keep new. So the ambassador will not talk because we're not over there.
Thanks, Mama, for your contribution. I appreciate that. I'll soon get on to the rest of the other lines. How are you doing? Yeah. Cool. Evelyn, let's hear from you, Mommy.
Maybe we almost on the community we say more pray for trying to come on Sunday. Only thing that they are telling Oma now Oma being our Osha we go to embassy or let to go to the office, we go to the different ambassador to talk to you. Let them do it for gossip and free because they're suffering almost to death. All we can do, but talking all radio every day will not solve our problem. And what people will go to the airport for our president will come. 1 hour.
Yeah, you start going in the morning hours because you will be here by 2. So you start going in the morning hours. Yeah. You'll be around the airport, you'll be dancing, singing, doing all kinds of things at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. All right, thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing?
Come back to we are. They don't go in you. Come back to we are. I don't know. Come back to we are. They don't go in you. Come. No, I can't wait. This is the voice of Sabu Rasta on the land. Even goes in well. Look, Waka is a complete dictator. He's one who in a constant habit of procrastinating the interest of the Liberian people. Look, Abraham goes where you don't need rocket science. Come back to we are. They don't call you. Come back to we are. Tijalo, come back to we are. Abraham goes we are. They don't call you. Look, you are not surprised.
You said Satan calling me?
Yes, you're like come out of we are.
Calling me to come out of we are, Mama. Please, there are not song here. You're not really prepared for you. Where you tell the kind of song from?
You don't like, come out of we are. They don't call you. Come out of.
I beg you, man. I'll tell you, Satan business for behind
I'm telling you. The main plan I also Samu is it.
Someone made the whole song. That was Satan calling me for.
The visually impaired are keeping this tire and resting presidency to the fire to deliver, and I think it's the fight. No, let me say kudos to our brothers in the US there for taking off their time always to speak to the ill in society in our country. That, these are the questions that we are asking. Because besides the police that will deploy a capital building to beat up security, capital building has always had private security. Where are they? We don't have no private security at capital building that they want to be involved. They were to be involved in this particular investigation. They can't tell us it.
They will not.
Now, you didn't bring them forth for the investigation. You are going to go gather your own investigation.
Hey, are you there? Hey, Edmund, sorry, my man. My man, everybody love you, your son. I don't know where you took it. The demon say you were that son. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello. I'm calling for the 17.
All right, let's hear from your name, please.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for the discussion. Yeah, concern about the American embassy. No, it happens there.
the CDC government, the Mexican government, talking Mexican government, and then even the best government, the government was better than even the Baga government. See what the Baga government doing in the Muganga money from the Mexican embassy. It's like the believe that when going to war, the job down to usually come and see how resources for years. Because they did it before and they can say it again. They did it by when
but why is the people tired? Maybe we are government that could listen. Maybe Boga government can listen. So that's what the people are talking for. Because they want to yeah.
So that's what they're talking for. Okay, so but so not what the government you know is happy that we go to war with the government. Because we have the right to ask the government to leave war over for 2029.
Right.
When the power is in our hands, we give the power to we are the
okay. All right, thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Let's hear from you.
The song is Kamaja, we are la dive for you.
You doing a remix? Sabu una the devil mix. Your own song.
Kamaja, we are la dive need you. Kamaja, we need you. Kamaja, we are. It is what need you. Kamaja, we are.
You're right.
We are begging Jawia to come back.
Okay.
We need him. We in pain. We are in sorrow.
Okay.
Our brothers, they are in our jail. They are maltreating them.
Yo.
What guys now speaking on the drugs that they're fighting over from last year?
You slip off. And let me see, pick this one. We are waiting for the return of the ever-potent president. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
My name is Peter Kwali. I call for Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, Mr. Kwali. Let's hear. Your Johnsonville area where you're Zobo, then there are plenty on your.
Most of them are run away.
Oh?
Because they were not treating them good, so most of them go. So the security get there for them to see money.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, most of them are run away. But then I call to ask question to you. If we can get answer to it, then it can stay.
Okay.
That young man Kwame Nkrumah,
you say what?
Kwame Nkrumah, he's still working in the country?
Kwame Nkrumah, yeah, I think he has some consultancy with the I think he's there. Yeah, he has something with the U.S. Embassy. Yeah.
Okay, I call to remind you that young man is a good man. He wanted the insecurity to be in the house in this country. He's a old journalist. He saying he's working to the embassy. I knew his father. I was living in the city house. His father was not sound. And at the time, the people went, because I believe with the old people, some people, when they go to you, you need to ask them for a body, what they did. At the time, when they brought their case, not satisfied with the decision to the court. When they go back to the hospital, the people lawyer, they now go there to go and win the data report.
What would a lawyer? They didn't go there to witness the doctor's report.
Our lawyer then did not go there to go witness the data report.
Oh, from the house? No. Normally, the court will request it. The lawyers will not see it. It will be sealed. Then they will send it right back to the court. That the court will open it. Normally, when they send for the thing, no. They're not even going there. What they call it? No.
I've got to ask question.
Yeah, no. You can. Once the court requests it, you get to the report and send it.
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
And good evening to my brother Prince. Thank you very much, Eddie. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a proper corner, down Coast Spoon Hill, Wintown Community. Wintown Community. Eddie, thank you. I start from my radio and listen to you and listen to the way and the form and manner in which they are treating our brothers behind the bar. I think about the show that we witnessed
called Missing in Action. Missing in Action was the only show that I witnessed and I saw people torture being put in, being electrocuted. To see it some years back and to see it emulating it today in Liberia is mind-boggling. For me, I knew that this day was going to come under this squanderer-in-chief. The very day he was elected as president of the Republic of Liberia, instead of addressing the issue of the Liberians, he began to go after a lady who was convicted based on circumstantial evidence of killing the true daughter of the Republic of Liberia, only to put that woman on side and appoint the woman into his government. And that day, I knew that we were going to be heading for this day. For howbeit, the truth that falls on the ground will always rise. That's why every attempt they make, God is always exposing them, and we make sure people like you, AB, and other of us who are standing up today, even with the silence of the religious leaders in our country, with the silence of the women who were passing in the street yesterday, the likes of Youngly and other people who were vocal yesterday calling themselves women of substance, with their silence, men will always rise to make it known that the status quo will be checkmated and the truth will be told. And I want to use your video to rally all seditions. Today, we seditions, we must be reinvigorated. Our president will be touching the ground on Monday. Therefore, we must all rally ourselves, give him a welcome or reception, and make it to be a heroic reception that will go down in the Guinness Book of History, that will tell you guys that even with the destruction of our CDC headquarters, CDC lives in our minds, lives in our blood, and will always be there to promote President Weah because of what he did for us. Thank you very much, Eddie, for always giving us the opportunity to make our presence on national issue.
All right, so folks, on Monday is the day you got to make a statement to the Unity Party people. The president has said the strength of the CDC does not lie in bricks. They thought the breaking down of the headquarters of broken down sedition. On Monday, you have to rise up in your numbers. Wherever you are, you may not be a sedition, but if you have love for this country, you have to show to the Unity Party people that they have to understand that when there are people standing for purpose in life, we stand with them and for them. You saw the man who's going to champion the cause of what? Taking Liberians up, like he always did when he played football, like he did when he came into politics. The man who is the man whose God has sent to this country, charged with the responsibility of lifting the flag of Liberia very high. He's expected to return on Monday. Please be there. Help anybody whom you think you can help to take to the airport. If you have any vehicle, your motorcyclists or so forth, you can all plow that route. You can use whatever it is, keke, you can take your people through. Whatever medium you can use to welcome back the former president of the Republic of Liberia on Monday, please do. Begins going there in the morning hours. Be there around that place until the afternoon hours at 2 when he jets down at the Rabat International Airport. I want to say thanks to all of you for the time until we are back here, God willing. My name is Simon Godson. Remember, thanks to Prince and Leo who have been there with me tonight to end this week's edition of the show. You have a pleasant weekend. Bye bye.
Papa, we're from heaven. We hear your name today. Make your kingdom come on. Hey, hey. Make your will shall pass for heaven. Hey, I see you for heaven. Hey. Now so we go be first. Now you we the trust, oh. Hey. We know go fear.